The internet is full of creeps. This is common knowledge by now. I think with the rise of social media more predominantly used by youth, like TikTok and even Instagram, came a rise of predatory behavior. But I'm not really sure what category to put this one into. I don't think I've ever felt as uneasy and genuinely concerned for people's well-being as I have while I was researching for this video. And the more I dug into it, the worse it got. Today, lady and ma'am, we are talking about Smartschoolboy9. For those of you unfamiliar with Smartschoolboy9, the story goes as such. It didn't take long for these accounts to go viral on Before I start, this video goes into some pretty rough topics, and as we delve further into the mystery, some of the theories get pretty heavy. If you or anyone you know needs help, I've linked some resources below. For those of you unfamiliar with Smartschoolboy9, the story goes as such. A few months ago, a Reddit user created a post titled, "Creepy Accounts Pretending to be Kids" on r/Instagram. The post showed screenshots of a series of accounts, all with the same collage art style, strange imagery, and the underlying theme of being run by a child. These accounts included TruthSticks11, GirlChloe12, and of course, Smartschoolboy9. It didn't take long for these accounts to go viral on Reddit, and eventually everyone was aware of them. People soon linked that these accounts were run by the same person, with Smartschoolboy9 being their main alter identity. You can see this in the posts created on this account, showing the account owner seemingly dressed as a schoolboy. But obviously he's not really a schoolboy, just in case you needed some clarification. For a while, this was the only information that we actually had. Smartschoolboy9 was simply a strange man trying to make us all believe in this narrative that he was a schoolboy. There was a big debate on whether this man was doing it ironically, or maybe it was art, or maybe it was trying to garner the attention from Reddit sleuths to amass a following, or whether it was someone with much darker and disturbing intentions. Eventually, people started to look further down the rabbit hole, and shockingly, the discoveries they made were disturbing to say the least. Before we go into the real identity and the disturbing past of Smartschoolboy9, we need to look into his other account, TruthSticks11. TruthSticks11 follows the same sort of principle as Smartschoolboy9. The account is made to look like it's being run by a young schoolboy. But unlike Smartschoolboy9, this one uses a weird mix of collage and stylized art to depict the child. Initially, the page was focused around these strange hyper-edits of the schoolboy, but nothing was too weird. Don't get me wrong. It was weird, but it wasn't 5-star wanted level in GTA type of weird, until the posts started to delve a little bit deeper. Eventually, these posts started to include this schoolboy in suggestive poses. This is why people started to link the account to someone with predatory behavior. The more the account aged, the worse the posts got. It was now clear to see that TruthSticks11 was a sick and twisted individual. Once these theories started to reach detective agencies, and by that I mean Reddit, because everyone on Reddit is a private investigator. It didn't take long for TruthSticks11 to be bombarded with negative attention on his Instagram. Because the best thing to do when you're trying to tail someone and solve a mystery is to make them aware that you're doing that. This attention caused TruthSticks11 to start making bizarre posts about child exploitation.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
Sharing news and safety messages as if to educate his fellow schoolboys. The only problem was, TruthSticks11 exhibited the exact behavior that he was warning against. Eventually, TruthStick11's account was deleted, but his other account remained. So the super sleuths of Reddit turned their attention to Smartschoolboy9. Smartschoolboy9 was clearly this weird dude's main account. This was the only account that showed any real evidence of the man's identity, and the one that interacted the most with his other personalities. Many people didn't know what to make of Smartschoolboy9 at first, but it didn't take long for people to realize that he was a genuine threat, with many safeguard alerts being sent out after he used photos of real children on his Instagram. Smartschoolboy9 obviously had some very weird fantasies. It's very clear early on to see that his schoolboy outfit mixed with these leather heels was some form of kink to him. But things started to get really weird when he started to post videos on his Instagram. But these videos weren't of him anymore. These were videos of seemingly unknowing children going about their day. He also started to steal videos posted by real children and overlay his fake childhood voice on the top, further trying to prove to his audience this narrative of him being a school child.
Boys, let's go! We're on the double decker!
It's a nice day.
Double decker! Let's go!
But people finally had enough when Smartschoolboy9 started to interact with and even message children on various social medias. Now it was no longer just a weird man with an Instagram. This was a really sick individual preying on children. However, no crimes had technically been committed. So the most that could be done was to put warnings out for parents and children across the country. And sadly, the police technically couldn't do anything. So the Reddit super sleuths went to work, and they did everything in their power to track this man down. Smartschoolboy9 was discovered to be a man by the name of David. There are no real photos of him, but some people on Reddit came up with a rough composite of what he could actually look like without his makeup. And David ended up being a lot older than people thought. According to old police reports, David is almost 60 years old, and he's been known to people for many years now. With sightings and creepy experiences dating back decades, this comment is archived from 1999, 25 years ago. It is alleged, and when I say alleged, I mean alleged. Take all of this with a grain of salt, that he was arrested in the 90s for stalking a girl, but was later dismissed due to mental health issues. It's clear to all that David has a wire loose. Many theorize that it's schizophrenia, but unfortunately we don't have any concrete details to prove this. However, people managed to find his address. I'm not sure how. In fact, I don't want to know how. Don't do that. I understand you all want a resolution, but doing things like that is just going to get you in trouble, and the creeps are going to be pushed further into hiding, which is not what we want. Smartschoolboy9 is technically still out in the wild, but his accounts remain deleted. If his accounts do manage to see the light of day again, report it and block it. Do not interact, because that is exactly what those type of individuals crave. Anyway guys,